Hello, welcome back. We're in it. We're back for the June Joust. We're gonna be starting early, getting ready for some of these matches. If you have watched any of the games this weekend, the best way I can sum up was it was a clusterfuck of just everything. APAC decided to flip the script. Everyone who was good is not good anymore. Everyone who is bad is really good now. Don't really know why. The meta didn't change that much. But yeah. We're starting with NYXL versus Fusion. Talking of teams that suck right now, Fusion is one of them. Probably one of the strongest APAC teams that we had. It was surprising they didn't go to the playoffs in the May Melee. Is all of a sudden struggling, which is surprising because they have a very good roster. But on the other hand, we go to NYXL, a team that really struggled in the May Melee. Is good now? I don't know. Sort of, they go on to lose in their second match, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of up in the air. The most important thing to note, we have hero pools coming in. The June tournament added hero pools. No Tracer, no Sombra, no Reinhardt, no Zen. Those are pretty impactful heroes because it sort of changed the way that this Winston Ana style worked. And we're going to talk about it as time goes on. But yeah, let's just get it started and we'll go from there. One of the biggest things, in my opinion, that differentiates the West and the East right now is the East is still leaning very heavily, not surprising, honestly, to the Winston. They're still holding on to this Winston with their dear lives, trying to make it work. In the West, we've seen a lot of people adopting the Orisa. Everyone who's playing the Orisa as the main tank is being more successful than the teams that are playing Winston. For most maps, obviously you can still play Winston from time to time. But yeah, right now I would say if I was taking a broad shot at the meta, we're in an Ana Mercy, Orisa Diva, Echo plus hit scan kind of generality. Obviously there is a little bit of leeway here and there depending on maps, especially King of the Hill. But I would say that's kind of where we're at. There have been some patch changes as well. May as well talk about that in this first one as well. The most significant ones are Orisa's Halt goes from an 8-second cooldown to a 6-second cooldown, and Moira's Orb goes from a 8-second cooldown to a 6-second cooldown as well. So both of those have been buffed pretty heavily by that. We're fighting on the outside. Fusion are going to play the Pharah to begin with. We've seen this from the Fusion in the past. It's not too surprising. I never really love the Pharah. I feel like it's so hit or miss, and I actually think the NYXL comp is just better against this Pharah, but they're getting pretty good value. One of the big standout players for a lot of people in the June tournament was Flora. I think Flora really made a name for himself, especially on this McCree. A lot of people wanted Guangbong, but it seems like Guangbong is more like the Widowmaker specialist for this team, and Flora's playing that sort of McCree style. But yeah, Flora's been playing pretty well. And I think the tank line stepped up a lot more for the NYXL as well. So I think that's a lot of the differences in the changes. Echo would be better than Pharah. Pharah accomplishes a lot of different things. I think Echo is more punishing and has a lot of damage and is more consistent, while Pharah can have just like absolutely wreak havoc. I don't really love it on this point, but they, you know, Fusion are getting almost the better end of the stick. The issue that exists with the Pharah, right, is your inability to have a brawl fight. And it's so easy just to like have this situation that we have here where the Pharah is just on the outside spamming rockets but never really gets any kills. They just control space, but they can never completely take all the space because if they overcommit to brawl, they just lose the straight up fight to NYXL. So Hanzo does nothing. Hanzo is also a very interesting decision. It's like, why doesn't Carpe just play like McCree, even Soldier, just fucking lock the legs and just run around? But Hanzo is just so hit and miss, especially against the comp of NYXL. So it is a little interesting. So they are taking the space. You know, Fusion used the mines and the copy to get a lot of space. Oh, was that intentional? Actually, let's make sure my let's see how far this is gonna send me back. 10 seconds. All right, sweet. What? Why is the bomb go into the wall here? It was actually genius, but I don't know if he wanted it here. This is a cool little bomb. Throws it. He knows it's gonna slide instead of stop. I don't think he expected it to go here though, and neither did Feather. So Feather just gets murdered by that. Almost kept Bianca up. If they could have kept Bianca up, that would have been huge. Flora gets Rascal again though, right? And like, I think Flora is just such a big problem for this composition of Fusion. I further screamed in the voice chat.
Hello. Yeah.
Shockwave locked Torb in Contenders Trials. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I really don't like it. And that sort of goes to the thing of like, if you nano an Echo, right, you're going to get more consistent damage compared to like press Q to die kind of situation when you have a Pharah. So that's also another big thing that you like can't be understated. Like the difference between Pharah and Echo, Echo's ultimate is so much better than Pharah's. Like Echo Copy is just such a good ultimate. It's so well rounded. There's so many different things that you can do with it. It's dynamic. While Pharah is usually just like respawn simulator in a way. Like obviously you get some big ones, but usually you have to set it up with something else. So we see Rascal actually switch over to the Echo here. We're in pretty much a mirror matchup except Mano is playing the Wrecking Ball. Toby's playing the Brig. I don't hate the Brig in this comp. Oh wow, Flora got slept. And the wait, how does Yuckpool die to that? Hello, Yuckpung? Oh my god, Yuckpung's actually 1 health. Oh, he like committed hoping that it wouldn't. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Adjusting angle of attack. Adaptive circuits engaged. Wrecking ball.
Yeah, Mano just feels like he's playing his own game and getting nothing done, right? That was a great zoning bomb. It just isolated everybody on the point. It didn't get any kills, but the result of the bomb coming to the point or like coming over here just isolated 2 players. So honestly, great play. It makes you question why Rascal was playing Hanzo to begin with at all. His McCree is just so goddamn good. Like why? Just play McCree. Like I don't know. Obviously Hanzo has maybe a little bit more sustainability, but McCree is just much more consistent, right?
1-0.
Hey Custa, is this a chat for Picks on Fire support group? I think the thing is, misery loves company, and we're all together in the pick'ems. Don't worry, everybody's pick'ems are fucked. So if they're all fucked, then really nobody's losing. Alarm has been doing pretty well with sleeps though. Yeah, well, the Alarm, like, here's the thing though. If you're playing Wrecking Ball, you have to expect to get slept by Alarm. Like, that's the thing. And that's why I don't like Wrecking Ball right now in this current meta. There's nobody to follow you up. You don't do enough damage. Mines aren't that useful right now. The beam exists. Like, I just don't think Wrecking Ball is that good. And I think Winston is better, but is more susceptible to death. So Wrecking Ball doesn't do anything. Winston does a lot, but is just very easily isolated. So that's why I don't like either of those. And that's why I'm surprised that the East hasn't picked up more Orisa. I expect a trend of more of these teams going towards Orisa Diva, Orisa Sigma, all that kind of stuff. I got Valiant beating Fusion. Do you think it's possible? No. Absolutely not.
2, 1. Round 2.
Fusion don't look great, but Valiant just don't look very good. You need to remember that. Okay, Carpe plays Soldier. I don't hate the Soldier. Like, both teams are playing the Soldier. Like, but is McCree really that bad? Like, why Soldier over McCree? Like, what does the legs give you that this McCree doesn't? Right? Like, I guess the Soldier's a lot more self-sustainable and can go on these solo wide flanks. But isn't McCree just... I guess maybe the McCree is better if you're playing a Brig, because right now the Mercy is the Mercy is pocketing the Echo, so the McCree wouldn't get a lot of healing. But if the McCree just plays with the Ana, I feel like that's a pretty good combo, right? Like, all of a sudden the Winston can't do a lot. It has to be flanks. If you're playing this style, your Soldier just needs to flank. So yeah, Soldier's just a weaker Tracer, right? But I just don't understand the difference between, like, why not just play the McCree? So NYXL gets the point. Mono jumps in. Look at how passive Mono has to play. Dude literally just jumps in and instantly starts running. And I think a lot of that is just on the back of Echo Beam. Like a damage boosted Echo with the beam is just like, look at Bianca, just gets absolutely mauled, even though he's getting permanently healed. NYXL give it the point, just too much damage onto the tanks, and that's just great play by Mano, right? Like his Mano recognizes that he can't get too low. Oh, they get the nano first though. NYXL gets the nano. Oh, good sleep by Alarm, gets woken up though. They should recover from this. And there goes their nano. Who'd they nano? The Winston? Yeah. Okay, let me pose this question to you. What do you guys think about the nanos? Do you like nanoing the Echo, or do you guys like nanoing the Winston? Because I feel like in the West they love, and the Shanghai Dragons, they love to nano the Echo. But Winston, it enables Winston so much, but I think there's also a lot of situations in which the nano becomes completely redundant. But then we see situations like we saw yesterday when the Mayhem were playing, where you nano the Echo and they just miss. Like it can be potential of, if you nano your Echo, they can just whiff and it gets absolutely nothing, right? Depends on the targets. Confirm kill Echo, yeah. Like Echo's definitely better at killing one target, like while Winston's better at like giving you so much more team control, but see, if you have none of the Echo, sometimes you also yeah. So you guys think that there's no correct answer, like it's more like situation dependent, which I probably agree with. I think you can go back and forth. That's actually really bad that Mano gave out the point. Obviously he got the legs, but and they're probably gonna win this fight back, but if they held the point right now, they'd be so far ahead in this round. Oh, I feel like this is like a common trend where a lot of these Echoes are putting themselves in positions where they're like, I have copy, so I can play aggressive, but then they end up fucking copying like a Mercy or an Ana or something shit like that, right? Where it's just like impossible for them to really get good value. And it almost baits them to go even further forward. They got the nano, so that was actually a pretty valuable switch on the Ana.
Winston.
So that was actually pretty high value. We generally most of the times that oh, okay, never mind. It was not enough. Oh, I don't agree with that primal by Yakpong. Does he get the kill? But he's so many down. Like, he has to know he's 3 down. Like, he gets Toby. Oh, no. Yakpong. You need to hit that. It might turn it, though. Oh, never mind. Everyone's throwing ults. What's going on here? Whose visor was that? Oh, that was Flora's visor. Ugh. If NYXL loses this fight, they're in a lot of trouble. This was an enormous gamble. It looks like they're gonna get away with it. So, hey, all the power to them. They got away with it. If they lost that fight, though, that's like a round losing fight.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Johnny with the 20 months. Why didn't you predict Spark to beat the Dragons? Because I'm not insane like you, Johnny. There's no way. Like, obviously Shy pounds, but like Lip should have been able to deal with that. Like, this should be a good meta for Shanghai, right? Lip on the hit scan, Flutter on the Echo. They've been looking really fucking good. Just put Fade on the Orisa, dude. He can't perma-feed if he just plays the Orisa. And like, it should all be really good for them, theoretically, but for some reason. Shanghai Dragons, of course, Shanghai Dragons doing Shanghai Dragons thing. Lip got Widow Deft, and yeah, I haven't watched the game, but I did hear that Lip did not have a very good game in comparison to Shy. Let's be honest, Shy might be the best hit scan we have in the league right now, and I don't even think that's a spicy take. Like, I actually think Shy, with his performances over the last few weeks, might be the best hit scan we have in the league. With just like how good he's been in the last things, so... I want to watch that game. I think that's probably the next game we're going to watch. We're going to watch Spark versus Shanghai, and I want to see this diff. But yeah. Imagine Shy leave DPS duo, yeah. So, Okay, we're going deep with the Winston. Oh, baby. The Nano Visor. Legendary. Unfortunate Diva exists in the game and completely negates anything that Soldier does, but it's cool to see. That was kind of cool. Shy Guy.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Yo, Faraz, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. Custa hearts, Pog champs, all that good stuff. Much love. Thank you very much for the 10 subs. I very much appreciate it, Faraz.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
As the kids say. Alright, so NYXL has control of the point. Shockingly, Nano Visor didn't work. I know, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Alright, so they're gonna Valk engage. Rascal obviously has the copy as well. This is interesting. Look at the way that Excelsior wants to play this. They don't even want to take the frontline fight. They literally just want to like disengage and go for the backline. I think that Yakpung's just gonna die before anything happens though. Is he gonna get primal? Is he gonna? Oh, he almost got that primal. Yeah, the flank of Reno's was just too late. Flora dies for it. Feather just wasn't close enough. They did force out the Ana, the copy though, so they should have a massive... I don't know about this one, Friday. Talking about committing ults on a fight that's lost. Ugh, Friday, that was not very good. That's... See, here's the thing is, I think Fusion were about to have a massive ult advantage, right? They keep that Valk, they have Nano, Valk, Diva Bomb, Primal, they have such a big advantage. But now they don't have that Valk. Yakpung in a trouble. This could be rough. Why is Friday emulating my Valks? He's like, we can win this.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
I think Spark, Chengdu, Boston, and my final pick Atlanta go to the June Joust. I'm not so confident with Atlanta, even though they have been dominant. They've played against... Yeah. Here's the thing, is I think right now, that's not that crazy of a take, Chip Dip. But you need to remember, we haven't seen a bunch of teams play. Like, we haven't seen Shock play. We haven't seen Gladiators play. There's a lot of teams that we haven't... Like, we haven't seen Dallas play. Like, until we see those teams, I think it's going to be... I think that's a little too spicy for my liking. Dallas is going to be an interesting one. This is such a hard map to spectate. I literally don't know where to go. Oh, good. Whoo! Where the fuck is Friday? Oh, okay, pocketing the echo. Sorry, Jonak, you're dead, bro. They seem so disconnected. But I think it's working. Oh, Friday dies. How does Friday die here? Is Friday good at Mercy? What is happening here? Oh, that was actually pretty good. I actually really like that. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good moment. He just got caught by Rascal. Shoot him in the butt. Not too bad. Oh, Bianca. Nice kill on a Rascal. Oh, Bianca wins the Alpha duel. Big old Diva Bombs. Nice res on a Rascal. The post visor Nano.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Like, how do you justify this when there is an Echo right next to him? Like, this Echo, like, you Nano a Rascal, Rascal fucking murders Yakpung, right? He murders him with the beam and everything, right? You can probably keep Carpe alive. Rascal gets copy, and that potentially changes the fight. Instead, they Nano the Soldier, who literally is just going to use it to touch the point. He can't do anything with it. He even gets slept.
I've got you.
Sometimes you get got, you know. Looks like it's still going to work out for them. I definitely still think the Nano Rascal would have been way better, but... I honestly think NYXL's ultimate usage is what cost them this series. Sorry, not this series, this point.
Diva.
Good copy onto the Diva. Gives him so much time. He doesn't even die quickly as well. Like, he's still closing the threat of the Diva bomb. He actually gets it. That was so well played by Feather. Turns into the Diva, touches the point, stalls it, gives enough time for everybody, but even comes in late, gets his Diva bomb. That's a smart play. What? Friday?
Winston.
Oh! You good? Shouldn't have amped there. That was a bad amp. Go C9. Friday is so terrified of these mines. Oh, go for the boot, go for the boot. Yeah, you got it, you got it, you got it. Oh. Go amp your team, go amp your team, bro. Go amp your team. Okay. Okay. Boop him. Okay. Sorry, my inner Lucio is just coming out. It's so easy to look at someone playing in the heat of the moment and be like, you're doing it wrong, but I do that shit all the time. Not bad. That was honestly pretty good by Friday, but NYXL turn it around. Well, shit. That was weird. That was some pretty good individual plays. I think the macro was a little weird by NYXL at certain times. Like, they were just like all over the place. But individually, I think they played really well. So, need more Lucio pov during matches. The biggest problem with poving a Lucio is sometimes there's some really cool stuff, but a lot of the times they do a whole lot of nothing. On top of that, it's very disorientating to watch a professional Lucio. Like, they're usually fucking flicking around and that kind of stuff, and it's just chaos. And a lot of people just don't know what's going on. Like, it doesn't give you a good sense of what else is happening in the game.
Ready for battle.
No, this is my first review. Does EQO bench Rascal and Echo? EQO is in Korea now. Maybe. As I said, I have no idea what my expectations are for EQO. EQO has been a phenomenal player. His mechanics are insane, but he's such an up and down player. And it comes down to what how they're doing with Rascal. It also, you need to remember, they're probably right now communicating purely in Korean. Do you want to give that up and communicate in English to do it? Maybe they're communicating in English. I'd be very surprised if they were communicating in English. But I'm not sure if they want to break up that Korean synergy for EQO.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
EQO is overrated as fuck. I think EQO deserves a lot of the credit that he's had in the history of his career. He was a phenomenal player. 2018 Summer Showdown last year on the Genji. He has his really big moments, but he just goes missing for so long. And that's where my question marks lie with EQO of like, how does this keep happening? And I don't have an answer to that. Do you know much Korean? No, not really.
Mobility increased.
Alright, so they're gonna all go coast. So we're gonna see. Why Hanzo? I really don't like Hanzo. Like, I feel like having that hit scan for the... We are, like, against the Echo, you really want the hit scan. And we all know Carpe can play. Like, why not just play an Ashe? Dude, APAC plays Hanzo here, and I have no idea. It's purely to engage, that's disengage faster. Like, I understand, like, yeah, you can get some crazy damage with your storm arrows. You can get some good shots. I just hate the consistency of Hanzo. Like, Hanzo is just such an inconsistent hero that, like, all it takes is for Carpe to just miss a couple of shots, and then all of a sudden, Rascal plays free, right? Oh, sorry, no, Rascal plays free. Feather plays free on the Echo. That's a kill if he plays Ashe. Yeah, like Ashe just keeps the opposition way more honest in my opinion. Just consistent damage. I think Bob is a much better ultimate than the Hanzo as well. Like Bob, in this meta, I think Bob is insane. Without Zens in the game, Bob just doesn't die. Like very rarely are you able to kill it. Obviously you can sleep it, but that's a resource that they have to commit on your Bob. And they can't always do that. Like Bob is just such a consistent hero. And then like, look at that. On the other end, Flora just headshots Rascal and Rascal dies. All of a sudden the Carpe's just fucking throwing arrows from across the way, hoping he hits something. Right? Like there you go. Like that's, the proof is in the pudding right there. If he got a kill, that's great. But like, it's just not enough. Sonic Arrow can be useful. Yes, but not really in this meta. Because in this meta, there's not a lot of flankers. Like, if you look at it from, like, if you're saying like Sonic Arrow for NYXL, it's like, who's really flanking that you need to know? Like, maybe if you know exactly where the Ashe positioning is, kinda, but you don't have your Traces, you don't have your Sombras, you don't have these big flankers. Like, there's not, most of what you see is what you get. You're not really dealing with a whole lot of flanking, so it's nice, but it's not enough to justify. Rascal gets staggered, unfortunately. He's on a projectile play. Like, I think Carpe's Hanzo is very good. I like, literally this pick has nothing to do with individualistic performance from Carpe. It is literally just, I don't like the pick because it just, the reason you usually see Hanzo is really good in double shield metas and stuff like that, where you can just like shoot shields and like shoot in their general direction and you get good consistent damage. You do a lot of damage. I don't like Hanzo in these dive metas because you can't just shoot down a hallway and then get damage in and get consistent damage and hope for the best. Like everyone's so spread out that you need to be so specific with your damage. Why not just play Ashe? Just play a hit scan, right? What's going on over here? Where is Friday? Friday should really be pocketing Feather here, right? It feels weird that Feather's on his off angle. I guess he has the copy, but feels like he has to use the copy so early just because of that decision. Like, Feather's not gonna get anything with this. Not a chance. That was kind of a weird positioning by NYXL. They kind of like forced, they allowed themselves to be easily forced out of position. This Bob's not very good. It's literally in the open. It's just gonna die. Like, as much as it hits the Winston, it would have been better over here, right? If he puts this Bob here, the backline can't kill it, right? But it's still able to shoot the tanks who are on the point, right? That's the best positioning for your Bob, where you can put it in a place where it's going to force the position and give you so much space without just being able to be shot by a Hanzo Echo, right? So the Bob just dies and they almost don't really get very good value from that. It forces the Ooh, what just happened here? Actually, I think I remember seeing this bomb. I remember seeing a highlight. So, Popper loses his mech. Yakpong jumps into it. That's kind of an interesting one. But Bianca bomb, very good bomb. Just the landing. Toby and Carpe just weren't ready for that. Great bomb by Bianca. They're going to be able to isolate Feather in there. They are. Ugh. I don't know if that res was worth it. I feel like Feather and Friday are on different wavelengths. Like Feather and Friday just keep sort of getting isolated on this map so far. To the point where like Friday's can't help Feather. They should be able to hold. Yeah, and they're good.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
And this still just goes back to Carpe Hanzo, right? Like, Carpe Hanzo just didn't do anything. Like, he's just not getting picks. He's not doing damage. He's not getting much out of it. What match are you watching next? I think the next match is going to be Shanghai versus a Spark. Alright, Nano Echo, Yakpong. This seems like a very early dive from NYXL.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Forces out their Nano and their Primal. Yeah, this feels unnecessary, right? Like, they were still pushing the cart. Like, why did they feel the necessity to go so early here, right? Like, Fusion isn't even contesting the cart. Look how far back Carpe is and, like, Toby is, right? I think this by going this early, like Feather and Yakpung just sort of end up on different targets, and Fusion can deal with the problem pretty easily. And they don't get anything from it, feels like. So, it seemed like a little bit of a weird one. It does trade the copy out with Rascal, but... Can a rookie win MVP? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so here's another Bob that I think is not great. It hits Carpe. Oh, actually, this might be sick. Oh, I get slept. If that killed Carpe, that would have been worth it. But it also creates this massive disconnect on the front line. But I think...
Circuits engaged. Diva.
Oh, this is a good Diva copy. What do you think the best target to copy is in the game? I actually think it's Diva. Like, especially with the remake, I think it has to be Diva. Because, like, the number of times we just see them fucking throw a Diva bomb and then just chase everybody down with the baby. I think it's definitely Diva. There's definitely value for Winston. I agree that Winston can be very good if everyone's playing really clumped up. But I think Diva is probably the most consistent out of all of them. Zarya's the best? I don't like Zarya because you have to get your energy up, right? They need to push cart, guys. Guys. Friday got his VAP forced out here. Did he fuck this up?
I'm back in the fight.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, this not pushing the cart here is a problem. Guys, they were pushing the cart here, NY Fusion would have a lot less time. Please! I swear to fucking God, NYXL. Just push the cart. That you're giving Fusion a reset. What a throw! What are we doing? Oh my God. If they lose this, I'm actually gonna be mad. Echo players currently copy Diva and Ana more than Winston, surprisingly. I think the Ana is usually used in a panic of like the Echo goes deep to try and get some damage, and then he just fucking finds and copies to the first person they can get, and it's usually an Ana, right? Because they don't want to copy a Mercy. So Ana's honestly, Ana's not great, but I think it's okay. Because you get two pretty good cooldowns off the bat, right? Alright, they get through it in the end. Just because they had so much positioning, but yeah, that felt a little weird. 3.5 minutes. Carpe, please do not play Echo. Play Hanzo. It felt like both teams are not playing well. Yeah, and I'm starting to get that as well. Like, when I saw that NYXL beat Fusion, I was like, man, NYXL must play super well. They're playing better than we've seen them play in the past, and that is good. There's definitely improvements, but they're not flawless. They're not perfect at all. I think Fusion is playing poorly, and I think some of their hero choices is weird. Like, I really don't understand this Hanzo at all. He's gonna do it again. Holy fuck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Praise Hopper, praise Toby, praise Jonak. There's so much more Hanzo coming. I'm gonna hate it then.
Wobble, wobble,
Tiny Sliny, thank you for the 11 months. Time for the knowledge. No worries. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Alright, here we go. So they're going to play down main. I think this is the right call if you are going to play the Hanzo. This is probably where Hanzo is the most effective. Should cut out Flora's angles. Like, this is a much better angle for Hanzo than it is Ashe, right? Because Ashe is picking at them, but the Hanzo has the ability to just, like, one-tap the Ashe. Like, from down this alleyway. Obviously, it's a little bit of a gamble for the Hanzo, and that's why we don't like it, but I think this is okay. But Mano's going to really struggle to go anywhere on this map. As soon as he jumps, Bianca's going to follow him, and Feather's going to follow him, and he's probably just going to die. Flash Gordon, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the fam. And there you go, right? Like, the tanks jump in. Like, where the fuck is their follow-up? Like, the Diva Winston jump up. But the Hanzo is flanking, but like their DPS are flanking, but there's just no, it feels like it's just so out of sync. Carpe does get the kill on the Flora though. Good res by Friday. This really is a low budget toilet bowl. It's kind of a high budget toilet bowl more than anything. Because both these teams should be good. If you thought about streaming these live, I would love to see it takes real time. My job is to talk about these things outside of the schedule. So I'm on the desk, so I work during the matches and stuff like that, so I can't co-stream. People keep getting bonked. What? Alright, what is this? First elim rate while playing Echo. Team fight win rate after first elimination. First elimination. So Rascal is getting the first. Okay. Leave is pretty good. Leave is pretty good. Rascal is struggling. Also, I didn't want to talk about this, and we'll talk about this when we watch a London game. I was watching when Blase was going up against, was it Valentine? Dude, the DPS diff. What? Who did London play? Was it Valentine? Did they play Boston? No, it was Atlanta. When Blase played against Atlanta, oh shit, there was an echo diff. I was watching the stats. Pelican was doing double the damage of Blase. Not even lying. Like, literally was just doing double the damage of Blase the entire series. Obviously, his team was getting rolled, so you gotta look at it with that in mind. But even then, like, double the damage is so fucking insane. Rascal was terrible. Yeah, I think... If I'm being honest, I know Johnny's here and he might mold at me, but I think Rascal has been surpassed on the Echo by a pretty good margin this year. Obviously, he is always known as the pioneer, and he was the pioneer of a lot of Echo, but everyone has passed him like by a lot, and I think that is one of the reasons that Fusion is struggling so bad. Especially with Mano and Hopper, yeah. Like, there was... from this match so far, like, Rascal's, like, impact doesn't really feel like it's being felt that much. Like, Rascal's still fine, right? But I think we need to get it out of this mindset that Rascal is one of the best Echoes we have in the league, because I don't think that's true anymore. He's fine, and I think he holds his own. But, yeah. Patty tried to hard carry this game, but London DPS just threw. Yeah, and we'll review that at some point, right? So there's another dive, and like, Philly just doesn't know how to get this space, and I honestly really think it's on the back of this Hanzo. Like, the problem that's happening right now is they're sort of just letting the Hanzo shoot, and the Mercy is staying with the Hanzo and the Ana. So therefore, the Echo, Winston, Diva just can't do anything, but also the Mercy, Hanzo, Ana aren't getting any value. So Excelsior is just counter diving every time and just murdering the tanks, and the backline of the Fusion aren't doing any damage. If they had Rascal playing, if they had Carpe playing on this Ashe, there would be much more of a threat of giving that backline the space. Alright, that was... Oh, I don't know how Mono died. How did Mono die to that? That kind of was bad by... Oh, actually, never mind. It's not as bad because that was Feather's copy. I thought that was... rough. Good break by the NYXL. Mono, that was greedy by Mono. He should have been able to get out of the way of that. He just trusted the bubble. But that was great break by the NYXL. Good coordination on breaking that bubble. Pretty alpha of Mono. Yeah, he's just like, you can't break it. Nice and Shy have also had pretty powerful performance. I think Nice has been really good. I think if I was saying, I haven't watched much of it by just looking at those stats, but I think Leave, maybe best Echo is probably not too crazy. Honestly, Leave's just fucking incredible, dude. Chengdu, dude, imagine if Chengdu had like Liege and Shy. Holy fuck, man. I would actually cream. I think I would. Like, I would actually just put Chengdu #1. Naga was very good as well. That is a good shout. Naga was very, very good for Paris, and I think one of the primary reasons that they had such a good performance.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva.
Alright, so why did they give up so much space here? What just happened? Sorry, I was talking about... So, they're very passive right here. I don't know why they lost all this space. Maybe Jonak ended up on the floor. Cup! Houston? Is that you? Oh.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva.
Alright, so they give up the space. The copy goes down from Rascal. Oh, Yakpong gets alarmed. That's crazy. Oh, and he gets Toby out of position. Holy shit, well played by Yakpong. Good bomb, gets Feather.
Nerf this.
But they're doing a good job. Carpet. The Genji is really interesting. Oh no, Rascal's actually negative health.
Do something.
No, that bobs the end of the fight. Why did he go Genji? Like, what do we think the reasoning of this Genji is? What do we think the justification is? Is it for the dash resets when you go hard in the paint with like the Echo Winston Diva and it's like one of the few heroes that can actually follow up on it? But like, why not just go McCree? Right? Like, in my opinion, why not just go McCree and walk forward with your Anna Brig, right? And provide like a different threat. Like, their dive doesn't need to be stronger. In my opinion, the problem with Fusion right now is their dive doesn't need to be stronger. The problem is their backline is doing nothing while their dive is happening. So, and because the Winston, because they have a Hanzo, Anna, like Mercy in the backline, the Yakpong and Bianca can just like almost solo keep them busy while the rest of the team's like identifying the dive. Like, it's so weird. The nano mano just so he can touch the point is not a good sign.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Diva.
Good Diva switch by Feather.
Nerf this.
Just isolating the rest of the team. I would have liked to have seen him run at that backline. Or throw the Diva Bomb on the point.
Nerf this.
But he got another Diva Bomb? I don't think I've ever seen it. Oh wow, good sleep by Alarm. Holy fuck.
Lifting off. We're
Oh! Ashe is a pretty good hero, guys. None of the Ashe. Flora be fucking. Damn, well played. Hanzo's coaching stuff, not on Carpa. Yeah, they had to have come to the conclusion that they like Hanzo. So there has to be a justification there other than it's not just on Carpe. I doubt Carpe is just like, fuck it, I'm playing Hanzo, you can't stop me.
ready for battle.
Alright, going on to Rialto. Surely they play like the hit scan, yeah, here.
2, 1.
I don't like the Brig with this. Oh, if they're gonna play Reaper.
Attackers incoming.
So we're currently 2-0 to NYXL. So Fusion are gonna play this Reaper. They're gonna play a more brawly style. I don't really like the Reaper in this comp. Because I feel like... We'll see how he gets value out. Because I feel like Reaper's just never gonna be able to close that distance. Like... Maybe if you get a hard dive with the Reaper, like as the Winston Diva TP in, the Reaper follows with the Shadow Step. Carbe claims Hanzo is his best hero. Well, it could be. Doesn't mean it was good there though, right? Okay, so they get the high ground with the Reaper. They got the positioning. Oh, Rascal. Hello. I think the biggest problem that I think Fusion's gonna have is they literally have very little damage outside of the dive, right? Once they close the distance, they definitely win the fight. But Feather, like, look at how far away Flora and Jonak are gonna play, right? They just play all the way over here. As long as oh, Rascal just gets 2-tapped by Flora going for a shadow step. As long as they just stay far away from the Fusion, they should just win. I feel like Ash's Carpe is, but I think Carpe can play anything. He just needs to play the best hero for him. And I think McCree is a good one, right? Like, I think he's good at McCree. Fusion never play Kree Echo? Yeah, it does seem weird. Oops, sorry. Let's go this way.
Adaptive circuits
Nano
engaged.
Mono.
Diva.
Look at this counter dive, right? Like, they're so ready for it. It's interesting that they just insta-nano Flora. They understand their win condition, right? They understand all they need to do is counter dive. Like, Mono just goes in alone. Where's Rascal? Oh, so he's stuck on the back line, actually. So he was helping clear out Feather.
No.
Wait, what? Didn't Feather already get knocked out of copy?
Diva.
Oh, it killed the... Oh, that's interesting how that shows up. So he loses the mech. And it shows up like that, but then he gets his mech back, drops it, then gets Diva Bomb again, then throws it into them. That was a weird interaction. I was not ready for that. That was confusing. Rascal is so bad. I don't know. I wouldn't say Rascal's so bad. I feel like Fusion just don't know what they're doing. Like, just play Echo, right? Like, it feels like if they just played Echo McCree and they entered this mirror, I think they would be fine. Oh, I think this was an overall by NYXL. I feel like they thought that there was going to be a bigger dive by the Fusion than it was. So they used their Valk High Noon, which they get the Diva mech. It's okay. Raz's not bad. He had a bad week. And that's it. Like, people are going to have bad weeks, especially with hero pools and, like, the volatility of meta. Oh, that was bad by Flora. Gets himself isolated. Oh, isolate Friday. Oh, wow. Good play. Wow, good juggle by Mono. That was just a really good play by Mono, honestly. Yo, Orc Chop, thank you for the 3 months. Yay, Custa. Yo, thank you for the 3 months. Much love. Oh, the feather switch. Oh. And Bianca got a little lost on that one. Oh, God. Lob's so good. It's like the 4th sleep he's got in this series that has just made me be like, wow, he's so insane. Wow, Yakpung actually just got murdered. Reaper pretty good. Did he ult? I thought he ulted. But Fusion should push through this, right? I like Rascal. Rascal's a good player, a very flexible player. He's a good player, like, as I said. He definitely had a bad weekend, though. And we'll see how they bounce back from this, right? One thing for sure, Alarm is not the problem, and Alarm has never been the problem as well. Body block the Reaper, yeah. Okay. So, interesting how NYXL were willing to give this entire first sector just so that they can play off of this spot. And this is smart. This is one of the most defensible points in the game. Like, if you can hold this, you get such a massive advantage. Oh, that was such a good play, though. Holy fuck. Mono Primals gets a lot of space. Interesting Electric Cowboy, but if they're gonna high noon and kill 2 with it, then fucking all the power to them. Yakpung needed to react faster to this. Why was Yakpung so slow to reacting? Where's Yakpung and Bianca on this high noon play? What? He has Diva Bomb. That is 100% on Bianca. Bianca literally just left his team out to dry. His job is to mitigate this. Like, he should have been here, just being a fucking annoying. If he high noons, do the fucking defense matrix time. Just give your team some space. And then if you miss the high noon, Diva Bomb. Even if you die, you're mitigating time, you're mitigating space. If Fusion's gonna throw a ton of ults, you need to respond. You can't just fucking run away from it. Trying to eat from the back? Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Like, yeah. He has full matrix too. He has everything. Yeah, like that's on Bianca. Like, obviously it's a bad split second decision, but this fight, if Bianca hard runs a Carpe and just full matrixes him, I think that's a very different fight. So that's a weird one. Custa, give me the inside scoop. Did Decay throw a bag of Cheetos at Supreme? I can neither confirm nor deny that Cheetos were thrown. He would have got shield bash, but that's the thing, is like, he would have got shield bash. Like, he should have kept his distance, play the high noon, play for the matrix. Even if he gets bashed, he has his Diva Bomb. Even if he dies out of his Diva Bomb, the rest of his team gets space, and the rest of his team gets space to live. Because when he drops that Diva Bomb, Fusion's gonna have to scatter back into the room, right? That gives his backline space to isolate Mano and kill Mano, who's in the primal. But by just doing nothing and running and saving his own life, he lost both of his backliners, and they just lose the fight for free, right? So you have to be selfless at certain points, right? And understanding that this might get me killed, but it will help everyone, especially as an off-tank player. What about Pringles? No Pringles were thrown. Where's Decay though? A lot of people ask where Decay is. I don't know. I don't think it's ridiculous that Decay isn't playing at this point, but if he doesn't play this weekend, like this upcoming weekend, then I have a lot more questions. Because I think they practiced with Jerry on the hit scan. I think they were confident in Jerry on the hit scan. Jerry didn't perform that well. They should put in Decay. I completely agree with you. But I don't think we're at the level where we should start freaking out and thinking it's another Dallas situation until we don't see him play anymore, right? I mean, Jerry was fine. Yeah, but I think the point is that Jerry is fine, right? Decay is a superstar. And he is someone who can do a lot with not a lot, right? And that's what they needed. They needed a star player. Washington needed somebody to do something to step up, and nobody did for Washington, and that's why they lost their series. And it's weird that they just go down on the ship without Decay. But yeah, as I said, don't panic yet. We will find out. If he doesn't play this upcoming weekend on the hit scan, I would be very shocked though. Yeah, and as Liz said, Decay's not going to solve everything. There's a lot more problems. They don't know what they're doing in the meta. There's a couple of their players aren't performing to the level that they need to. There's a lot of other issues. Oh, Flora gets caught by the bomb over here. There's a lot of other issues that exist. It feels like NYXL is just playing so gosh darn passive right now. Like, use an ultimate. Yakpong's disengaging, go in with the primal. Like, they have 4 ultimates, pretty much. And they're just sitting on their toes waiting for something to happen. And then the Diva Bomb goes in, Flora gets picked. Feather Joe, it just splits everyone. That, like, NYXL needs to take some initiative. Mag has been underwhelming for the expectations the community has set up for him. I agree and disagree. I don't want to talk about too much Mag, because obviously we're not in a Washington match. And I'll break it down when we do get there. But I think Mag has been exceptional on the Winston. But the problem is they keep forcing the Winston, and every time they play something else, they don't look like they've ever played it before. So I don't think it's completely on Mag. But I think Mag's been fine, but I agree he hasn't been as exceptional in the grand scheme of things. Good high noon by Carpe, isolating the Yakpong one. I don't agree with this counter high noon by Flora. Should get some value. So they use 3 ultimates at the cost of 1 from the Fusion on the high noon. If you're Fusion, you just disengage from this, come back with the rally. Rally. Oh, I'm surprised Toby didn't rally. If they could keep Carpe alive and rally, they're in such a good spot. I think at this point, you just give up this fight and just come back with all your ultimates. NYXL just used everything. And that looks like that's probably what they're gonna do. Oh, oh, actually, that was their copy. The Bianca body block. Bianca's been really good with the body block so far.
60 seconds remaining.
Alright, so Friday goes back to the Mercy. Like, look at NYXL's ult. Like, how do you win this? If Fusion fuck this up, I don't know what to expect. Like, it literally, you just rally with Toby, you walk in their general direction, you nano Rascal or Carpe or Mano, it literally does not matter. Mano dives in the backline, uses a primal. Like, this is unlosable if you're Philly. Just close it. Like, NYXL needs to be forcing something as well. They're playing so passive that they're just allowing Fusion to walk forward and then use these ultimates as well. Usually when you're in this situation, you want to apply some form of pressure to make it feel like, you know, Fusion, and it's like, hey, just use your rally early or something like that. But look at how close they've gotten without having to use the rally. As I said, Mano goes in deep, they use the rally, they walk forward, they get all the positioning on the cart. They need to force them off the cart. Yeah, there you go. Honestly, this wasn't the cleanest fight, even though they had so many ult advantages, but as I said, it doesn't matter. They have so many ults, it's just, it's over. And that's it. Thoughts on Philly's use of Reaper? I think it's good in these brawl scenarios. I actually kind of like it on this third point, especially with how much space NYXL is giving them. Like, Fusion's allowed, like... Here's where I think NYXL is fucking up, right? They need to go first. They have the they have the poke, they have the annoyance of the Echo Mercy and the range of the McCree and stuff like that. They need to be applying a ton of pressure. But what happens is they're playing so passive. Same thing happened on this this second point over here. Is they're playing so passive that it's enabling the Reaper, that Fusion is able to engage and play that brawl style with the Reaper. And NYXL is not getting the value out of the poke from the Echo. So, and that's where I think the disconnect is going. So if NYXL can just up their control of the map and start trying to get value out of this Echo, I think they'll be in a much better spot. Nine Line Online, thank you very much for the 4 months. Sorry, for the fresh sub 4 minutes ago.
Ready for battle. 5, 4.
I don't think Reaper is always going to work and consistently work, and I hate Reaper a lot more on defense. Like, I think on defense, the Reaper's going to get way less value because the Echo is able to go... The Echo Mercy is just going to apply so much pressure, and Fusion are going to have to engage at some point. Honey Mustard, thank you for the Prime sub as well. Thank you very much for all the Prime subs, guys. Amazon Prime is incredible. Make sure to use them on me, preferably, but use them at any point. It's literally like free money. So, some free good times. Thanks, Prime Gaming. Thanks for the Prime Gaming. Bezos money, yeah. Fucking take it out of Bezos' pocket.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Theodore, thank you for the Prime Gaming as well. All the Prime subs. We're doing it. Hey, Bo. You came for some Prime subs? Oh, okay. Hello. So here we go. Here's what I was talking about, right? Fusion has to disengage a lot. The Echo Mercy is able to play on the coast. They do get the Nano Winston off early, though, right? So Nano Winston goes in. Oh, okay, Bo just pulled out my keyboard. Okay, 1 second. Vegetax? Vegetax, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub as well. Yo, all the Prime subs. Alright, so good Nano onto Mano. Was that onto Mano? Yeah, onto Mano. Gives them a lot of space. I don't actually really like NYXL coming up in this high ground and trying to brawl against the Reaper. It's literally playing into the win condition of the Reaper. I would rather see them play on, like, the floor here and have their, like, Echo Mercy come over here and just, like, shoot at them, right? Force Fusion to engage on them and not enable the Reaper. Surprised we haven't seen so much Doom. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Roadhog, if I'm being honest. I was expecting Roadhog to have more of an influence, but apparently not. Do you think coaching wants to emulate the old ways of the NYXL? No, I just think they're probably playing to their win conditions, especially if they're playing a lot around this Echo McCree, right?
Adaptive circuits engaged.
I also really hate this copy. Like, this copy didn't give them anything. Was he 1 health? I had Roadhog predictions, yeah. And I think if one of the teams was going to adopt a Shock would be one of them. I think Shock, Philly... Shock and Soul, I think, are the 2 teams that if they're going to take a risk on playing the Roadhog shit, it's going to be one of those 2, I think.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah, that did seem like a weird copy by Feather. Feels like he's, like, going to force it. How many out tanks have good Roadhogs? A lot of off tanks do. Not a lot of main tanks. So Feather goes deep in the paint. Oh, hard commits in the paint as well. Wow, Feather, that was sick. Let's watch that again back from Feather's pop. Gets the disengage. Gets the mega. Good follow up by Yakpong. Good play by Philly though. Holding the point close. Guangzhou showed us the Doom can work. Yeah, Eileen has been really good on the Doom. I don't know if it works very well on like escort and that kind of stuff, but it definitely works on control to some degree. Yeah, there was a little bit of hog that came out from Paris. I'm surprised they didn't play more of it because they were so successful on it, but that's a great Diva Bomb. Yeah, Alarm is just dead. That is just both the supports dead. I don't know if that primal was necessary, but you take those. You got the win. Rascal TP's out. Atlanta ran a lot of Orisa Diva, and I think Orisa Diva is the meta. I honestly think the Orisa is better than the Winston. I think the Orisa provides a stronger front line that gives you more space for your Echo and McCree, right? I think that, or like Echo Ash, right? And takes away this feel of like need to like dive in as Winston, because I feel like diving as Winston sometimes is very, 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 very hard. What about Orisa Sig? I think the Orisa, you could go either way. Like, I don't know what is better, but in that comp with the Diva and the Sig, Sig provides more value, but I think Diva provides you a lot of defensive aspects of the defense matrix against this McCree Ash, or sorry, the Ash Echo, all that kind of stuff. Sig Hog for shock. Sig Hog, Sig Diva. I think Sig Hog is better, but I think if you end up in a Hog mirror, you want to go Hog Zaya.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Get another early copy by Feather. I feel like these are very early and very disconnected from everyone else. Like, it feels like he's forcing the copies to engage almost. Oh, good sleep on a Mano. Behind. Feather's doing a great job of playing aggressive with these Diva changes, right? And just splitting the front line and the back line and then peeling back, right? Doing such a great job. Let's see what Rascal does with this this Reaper ult. Because we've all talked about the Reaper enough. Like, he's just teleporting around behind them. Here we go. Here we go. It's oh no. And that's the problem that I think with Reaper as well. There are so many counters. Flashbang, Diva, Anna, like so many counters to the Reaper. Bianca getting force used. Why do they use Primal Diva Bomb here? Like, what is this? Yakpong? Bianca uses Diva Bomb. Like, I think he was like he shouldn't have used it unless he got demeched. Did he get demeched? Like, why does he Primal? Oh yeah, Bianca lost mech, which is unfortunate, so he has to use... I actually think he didn't need to use Diva Bomb. Could have easily just run off the side. But I understand that one. Yakpong's, there's no excuse for that primal. That primal is so unnecessary. That could actually cost them a lot. Like, the impacts of losing both tank ults at that point can't be understated. They could easily... So, now all of a sudden, they can't be very aggressive for the next, minute as they charge those ults up again. So that's going to cost them a lot of time. And now they only have 3 minutes to cap as well. Like that, just those 2 mistakes of using both those tank ults could cost them a lot of time. Mana goes in.
Diva.
Once again, Feather uses this Echo copy very early. Yeah, very unnecessary. But it's fine because they get a lot of space with it, and he's gonna get... he does a good job of getting value out of it.
I'm back in the fight. Personnel identification complete. I've got you.
It's for tempo, right? Yeah, but I feel like I like tempo ultimates, and you know, as I said, I was talking about it before, so maybe this is the adaptation, because I did complain about how their lack of tempo was existing on their defense. This just feels like he's using it unnecessarily. He can play aggressive and he can play high tempo without just feeling like he needs to use it to engage, right? Oh god. Oh god. What just happened? Tank line definitely feels like the weak point. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, Flora dying there was kind of bad. Flora was very aggressive. The Reaper's, this is, if there was ever going to be a point in which you want to play Reaper, 3rd point defense Reaper is going to come alive. Because the Reaper can literally just play aggressive out of so many different doors and then Wraith away, TP away. Like, this is definitely a Reaper point. Carpe seemed hella frustrated. It just doesn't feel like they're getting any space. Or they're like, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel, it feels like they're forcing everything they're trying to do. So Yakpun goes in,
Adaptive circuits
Feather goes in, forces that copy, and like you can see, look at the way the Philly's playing. This was a bait. Like they literally baited Feather to use this thing. They know that they can get it out for free if they just hold close. And this is sort of what I talked about on the flip side, right? When NYXL was on defense, and like they had an ult disadvantage and they were playing back here. It's like, you want to just, if you can play somewhat aggressive, and then just, as soon as you get in like a mini skirmish, you just run away. You can force ultimates like they just forced out Feather's copy, right? So now Feather can't get anywhere near as much value with the copy. Obviously, gives, oh, okay. Toby should not die for that. Why did Flora just high noon? No ammo? He had 1 bullet. He had a flashbang. What are you doing? Oh, it only just came up. Actually, he didn't have a flashbang. All right. I don't know if that's the way to deal with that, but all right. Yeah, I don't know. It seems, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he used it to reload, but he held it. You know what I mean? So that's why I was confused. Good rally by Toby. Toby coming back with his rally is a problem, right? Let's get the armor. Just group up. Like, Rascal is almost unkillable. Bianca uses his Diva Bomb again in an awkward spot. Yeah, I feel like NYXL's ultimate usage at the end here has really cost them.
10 seconds.
My pick'ems got absolutely demolished this weekend. Don't worry, so did everyone else's. So did everyone else's. And that's the map. That's the one that Philly gets. All right, let's have a quick cap break. Oh, sorry, bro. Just poked you in the ear. How you doing, buddy? Boy, say hi to the chat. Say hi, chat. Oh, he's pouring at you guys. Good boy. Down he goes. Oh, yeah. Right back into position. Good job, boy. You did great. You did great. Alright. So that's our bow break out of the way. Let's go. Last map. Whoop, that's not the game I wanted. Volskaya Industry. Overwatch League.
Ready.
I only got 6 of my picks right this weekend. Yeah, same. I had an awful. We had an awful run. But don't worry, as you said, we're all in it together. What is this bump here, Bo?
Ready for 5.
How come you never have this bump until you do? Alright. Here we go, NYXL. McCree Echo versus... Oh, yo! Fusion's doing it! Let's go! They're playing the right comp. Why did Fusion have to prolong the pain? Couldn't they have just lost Rialto? What do you mean? They got a map. Feels good. Look at this Carpe. Just performing incredibly well, applying a ton of pressure, being a threat. Heals. Look at that. Oh yeah, you love to see it. Good job, team.
Hello.
I was about to say, why isn't he on the high ground? I don't know why he's playing so heavily on the low ground here. I feel like he could probably do a lot more from the high. Maybe he's worried about the pressure from the Winston Echo on the high ground.
Let me.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Here it comes.
Maybe. Oh my! What was? Are you crazy? Even it. Holy fuck! You good, Copy? Never worry. Don't worry about it, guys. Good Bob. Mana goes down. Going a little too aggressive. Where's Bob? Oh, no. That's kind of sad that Bob ended up all the way over here. I wanted it like here. The Bob's actually kind of nice. Because it's just kind of like picking at everybody who goes past. They get better, but lose Toby. Oh, good play by Rascal. That's a great copy. He's gonna get slapped, I think, though. Oh, nice bomb. Jonak got another nano in this fight, by the way. Nano's Flora puts out a ton of damage. Pretty well played by NYXL. Play very smart, very tempted. Tempered. Sorry, not tempted. You wanted that remake? Oh yeah, the classic just like chasing after them. That's the most terrifying thing in my eyes. Is the Echoes who turn into the baby divas when they drop the bomb, because they have nothing to lose. Their lives don't matter to them. They can just go back into Echo and fly away. So that they just chase you. Why is Carbe still throwing? I don't think Carbe's throwing. He's definitely not having one of the best games. I think Rascal and Carpe both kind of struggled this series.
Here it comes. Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston. Do some.
Literally every DPS that ever tries to play main tank.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Fuck. NYXL should win with the number of ults that they had. They kind of botched this, but it's kind of working out. They actually had so many ults. Fusion did a good job of disengaging from this, though. Oh, Bianca dying there is a problem. Wow, that was great play by Fusion. Great play by Fusion on that disengage.
Systems in overdrive.
Alright, they none of the echo. I think the NYXL dive was scuffed, but you need to give credit to Fusion for disengaging so well and protecting each other. Those Wiggly Divas, dude. Wiggly Divas are the worst things to ever shoot at. Alright, Fusion used a lot to sustain themselves. So NYXL should come up on ults first, and that's why you see oh, that can't happen. That just can't happen. Oh wow, that wasn't even his fault. He just got murdered. Holy shit. Oh, good sleep. Alarm is actually, oh my god, he hit a double nade on the backline as well. Legitimately, Alarm's just like, guys, help. They got Friday though. Oh, they got a, that should be the end of that. I think Jonak played really well in this series on Ana. Yeah, I think Jonak's been pretty good. I don't think he's been better than Alarm, but he's been good. And he slept Flora out of ult, yeah. He's, Alarm's pretty good. Alarm is the best Ana in the league. I can see it. I believe it. Fielder's definitely up there with a contender as well. I agree. This cannot happen. Yo, what is this spot? Flora saw him. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that spot. Flora just like saw him. And he just dies for free. Now Mana's not gonna be able to do anything. She's too good. Good sleep by Jonak. Look away, chat. We're about to witness a murder. Good Diva on. This is costing Fusion a lot to hold on to this. Rascal dies with copy. Oh, he kind of like flew into the middle of the map hoping to not get shot at. He just got murdered. Ooh, yikes. Oh god, Hopper. Alright, Rascal has copy. Switches to Diva. Here we go, baby. Alright, gets demeched. Oh god. No god. Get him, Toby. Fuck him up. They're gonna finish with a minute? No, okay.
Adaptive circuits.
Khan just, yeah, Khan has been incredible in my opinion. I think Khan has been insane. His Ana and his buff are actually insane. Been very impressed with Khan. So far, especially this weekend, he was just fucking insane. Like, it's actually kind of crazy.
Score.
Is Sim relevant? No, Sim's not going to be relevant. Not really without the brawl style. Like, there's a little bit, but yeah. Also on 130 ping, yeah, I didn't even consider that as well, right? Crimzo, I would say, I think Crimzo's been playing really well, but I still think Khan has been playing better than Crimzo. Both have been had very good seasons though, so thus far.
Defend objective A.
Wait, is Brawl not meta? No. No, Brawl has not been meta, really. There's a couple of points people play Brawl, but for the most part, it's this like Winston style. Or like this, even when you're playing like the Arista instead of the Winston, it's not even a Brawl, it's like a, it's kind of like a poke comp. It's kind of like a, is that, what do you call it, right? Like a poke slash, it's a poke comp. It kind of feels like, right? And you have this aggression and stuff like that. Hybrid poke slash dive. Yeah, like a bit of poke, a little bit of dive. Like, how do you brawl with no Ryan? And that's sort of it. That's why there hasn't been a lot of brawl. There is some brawl of like the Lucio Moira with like the Orisa that we've seen, but for the most part, that's more like a Li Zhang tower kind of strat. We've only really seen that from the West. Alright, good aggression by the NYXL. Feather is a little bit aggressive there. Carpe gets the punish, which is good. Rascal's on Reaper again, and you have to ask, why is Rascal playing Reaper on this point? Like, Echo should theoretically be very good. Do you think Rascal's not comfortable in Echo? Do you think that's the reason? That Rascal's just been like, I can't play it. Like, I'm struggling so hard, I just want to play Reaper. Like, it has to be the reason, right? Because Reaper just, there's no way Reaper is better than Echo in this situation. Reaper counters the dive, but the thing is, NYXL don't need a dive. Fusion are the team that need to take the space, and it's really hard to take that space if you have a Reaper, right? The Electric Cowboy to counter the Nano Winston is actually a really interesting idea. He had the problem with Genji last year, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about with Rascal as well, is Rascal goes through these moments, right, where he just like, it feels like he loses confidence in his ability to play the hero, and then he just doesn't play it. And that's why we either see him be benched, like why he didn't play Genji last season for the San Francisco Shock and stuff like that. It's like, why he just seems to come and go in the wind, and then sometimes he comes in and he absolutely owns, and then sometimes it feels like he's like really uncomfortable. Sully, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome to the fam. Thank you very much for all the Prime Gaming subs, guys. I appreciate it.
Lifting off.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Khan the pies. Thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub.
Adaptive circuits engaged. McCree.
Every time you say Prime Gaming, I get another one.
Time.
Prime Gaming, Prime Gaming, Prime Gaming. Just keep saying it over and over again. So Feather copies early again. So what actually forces this Valk? Because they Valk and copy here. Sorry, I was talking about Khan. I'm a little distracted. So they take a little bit of aggression. That was a good copy by Feather. That Valk was bad. I don't like that Valk by Friday at all. I think that was unnecessary. I guess there's a big nade that hits his backline. Maybe he's worried about that, but unnecessary. Indro, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub. Raft Dunk, thank you very much for Prime Gaming sub, dude. The Prime Gaming blessing is real. It's gonna be like Twitch Prime back in the day when people used to just like scream Twitch Prime and then they'd get all the Prime subs. Maddie Loz for the Prime Gaming sub as well. Thank you very much. Dude, I gotta start selling out more, dude. It's working like a charm. Thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying this. So because of the rally, like they also use the Nano. So they use rally copy, so they use Nano Valk copy and don't really get a lot out of it, right? Other than holding a little bit of space. Feather Diet gets Rascal though. Toby is rallied. They Nano Carpe Electric Cowboy style. Good pre-primal by Yakpong, who's... Carpe, stop by nooning a sleeping Yakpong. It's just mean. Mono goes down. Great bomb by Bianca. If he lives to tell the tale, this is such a throw by... Oh, they even get the D-Mech. Oh, that's such a throw by Hopper. I did not like that by Fusion. They should have won this fight. They did a good job of approaching, but then the way they utilize their ultimates feels super weird. So Rascal TPs... Where did he even TP? So he TPs back here and gets isolated. No one really gets any value from the Toby rally. He's like playing alone and rallying himself. Rascal gets isolated alone. Carpe is like an alarm just trying to get things done. They kill Yakpong, but then Mano gets a little too aggressive, trying to get too many kills. Gets murdered for that. And then Hopper goes too deep as well, gets murdered for that. Like, it just feels like a couple of their players went aggressive at the wrong times and the different times, and then they all just get isolated on their own. Good pose, homie. I appreciate it. Yo, I am Archie. Thank you for the gifted sub as well. And Oidiv. as well. Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. Oh man, all the subs. You guys are insane. Much love. I appreciate it.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Feather gets the copy on the Winston, just slowing it down, right? Fusion is literally just bleeding player after player after player. Doesn't feel like they're doing anything as a team right now. Oh god, that primal is insane by Feather. You answer my dumb question, what can I say?
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
Budo Berlin, thank you for the fresh sub as well. Man, we are rolling right now. Thank you very much for following and the sub. I see you, Budo Berlin. Much love. Abandoned with the Prime Gaming sub as well. Dude, where's the hype train, dude? We are fucking choo-choo training right now. Holy shit, thank you very much for all the subs. Oh, dude, Fusion's falling apart. Legitimately, this is just watching a team fall apart. Could be a really good bomb. Oh! Wow. Get fucked, Feather. Sorry, Friday. That was a really good bomb. Such a good bomb. Dr. Dingus. Oh.
Victory.
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
They get Feather. They get the Diva Bomb. They have the rally up. 5v4. Yakpung's almost dead. They kill Yakpung. Soon TM. That is... Oh!
Victory.
Fade to black. Life is pain. Life is pain. Like 0.1 seconds. Holy shit. That was sad. Let's shy fuck, yeah. Sully, thank you for the gifted sub, and Dr. Dingus, thank you very much for the Prime subs as well. Much love, much love. That is it though. NYXL goes 3-1 over the Philadelphia Fusion. The beginning of the fucking of all of our pick'ems. I think that was one that I don't think many people would have predicted. If you did predict it, then you're insane. Not in a good way. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I think it was really interesting looking at what both teams did. Philly just looked like they don't have a great grasp on the meta again, or the players aren't comfortable. We had a lot of Carpe Hanze, a lot of Rascal Reaper, raises a lot of questions, and it cost them a lot of maps. NYXL looked good, not flawless. I think that was a lot more on Philly playing down. NYXL playing a little bit up, but not crazy amount up. I think there's still some alt usage questions that needs to be raised, and some synergy, but for the most part, that was a much better look for NYXL. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. There's going to be lots more reviews coming out, so make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, all that good shit. Let me know what you guys think. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.